Hello and welcome back to Shulchan HaRav. We continue in Hilchos and Netilas Yadaim, Siman Kuf Samach, and we pick it up with Sif Yud Zayin. If there are more than two people washing at the same time, they cannot wash from one single revius more than two people. Even a revius and a half is not sufficient. There's got to be a half leg, which would be two reviusin. That even though Chachamim were not makbid on the amount of water that should be on the person's hands, rather that there should be a revius worth of water in the vessel. They call makom. Nevertheless, Chashu Chachamim, they were still concerned if many people washed from very little, from a small amount of water, that there's a concern that people will not be careful enough to wash well all the way up to the section of their hand that they're supposed to wash, because each person's going to use as little as possible, so that his friend will have water. So therefore, we're concerned about more than two people because it just won't be enough to wash all the way up to the wrist. I might have said up to the knuckles yesterday. It's up to the wrist. So therefore, only two people. And if there's a revius and a half, the nota region chatz revius, and the first guy used half a revius, venisha clear revius, and now there's a full revius left in the vessel. Then two more people could wash from that remaining revius al derech shenizbar, like we explained earlier. Kamay elu. Just as if there had been a full revius at the very beginning, we said two people can wash. So now if the first guy only uses half a revius, and there was a revius and a half to begin with, now there's a full revius left. So we are in the same situation as if two people were washing from the very beginning. From half a loig, even four people from a half a loig could wash al derech shenizbar, like in the way that we explained earlier. But not five people, because shema yitzam temu amayim, because maybe they're going to be, again, they'll be very careful with how much water they use, and they won't use enough to wash their hands. From a leg, a full leg, many people can wash from a full leg. As long as there's enough left for each person to pour water on his hands three times at base bomb or two times, which we'll explain later about how many times you're supposed to pour water. But who are doing the same thing would apply that four or five people, they could all put their hands next to each other, or they could put their hands above each other, and wash them all at the same time. Each set of hands is considered like one set. And they won't be matame each other as long as their hands are opened enough that their hands are the water's going to get to each one's hands. There's enough space that they're going to get to each other's hands, but without interrupting, without a chatzitza, something interrupting the water, something blocking the water from reaching the hands. As long as your hand is not so close to the other hand that it's going to block the water from hitting the hand, then it would be okay. Have a great day.